Testing 1, 2, 3. Being comfortable, being focused, relaxed, at ease. Something I was thinking about a little while ago. I just was starting to do some eye exercises, and I wanted to write this down. I'm going to share it with you. What is your goal? Okay. To do the best you can do. Makes sense, right? To exemplify the characteristics which personify whom you aspire to be. That's reasonable. Everything's reasonable. Okay. Developing a structure is a means, a tool to help us do that. I find it in myself. For instance, in eye exercises. If I miss a day in eye exercises, then the next time I come to my eye exercises, or oftentimes, my eyes are a little more blurry. If I'm doing my exercises every day, then my eyes are getting sharper and sharper. Same thing with meditation and mindfulness. If you do it every couple of months or weekly or something along these lines, then most of one's effort is spent in gathering your resources together to do meditation in the first place. The meditation itself may or may not even occur. It's more of a question of trying to acclimate oneself to this unfamiliar task that you are doing, meditating, attempting to be mindful. You don't have to attempt to be mindful. We're always mindful, but we're guiding our mindfulness. This is the difference, is that we are structuring the way that we're looking at the world. And so we're guiding ourselves. There's a difference. So, important things to think about. And remembering what you wish to be. Remembering what you wish to be. And remembering whom you are. What you are. Being that person you aspire to be. Just Shakespeare told us that the world is a stage and we are its actors, just being this way. And when you're not, that's okay. There's nothing wrong in oscillating, because that's what energy does. Sometimes you have more energy, more strength. Sometimes you have less energy, less strength. Sometimes you're effervescent and sometimes you're tired. So you're going to find a range of human experiences that are going on. It may even be outside of oneself. It may be from extenuating circumstances that you're involved with. Could be just noise. It could be that there's a commotion of activity. That's why it's so important to be kind and understanding and to have compassion and empathy, so that you can pick these things apart and come to a better level of perception, of a greater receptivity to what's occurring in your moments as they are swimming along, as they are flowing from one to the next, as you are breathing in your 4-part harmony of breath, as it continues, as you're pulsing 60 moments in a minute, flowing, glowing in your life. So these things are just some thoughts I wanted to share. I think there's a little bit more. Structure builds success. Break your day in two. AM and PM. What are you doing this morning? What are you doing this afternoon? That way, too, you can, if something's a burden that it's taking so much of your activity, then you can cut it in half. Okay? I do that with my Spanish lessons. So that's a good idea to do. Structure builds success. Important. Repetition builds experience. Repetition builds experience. So that when you're practicing your meditation, what are you doing? You're repeating this ritual that you're setting up for yourself. You're repeating, and I mean for all of us. I'm saying you, but I mean everyone, myself included. Repetition builds experience. Taking the things that are successful and learning to utilize them and look for more, and the things that aren't working out so well or you're being disappointed with, to look for a positive change. How can I improve this? Effort builds confidence. You keep putting this effort in, you're going to see improvement. Energy follows attention. When you put your energy and your attention into something, this is when you perform your best. When you have something that you want to do and you do it with all your heart and soul, and time is unimportant because you're in love with this activity, this opportunity, this thought that you're having. This is effort. Effort builds confidence. Do you see where you are heading? You want to head into the light. You want to head towards that aspirations we spoke about a few moments ago, to exemplify the characteristics which personify whom you aspire to be. What are the characteristics that we want to hold dear? Understanding, compassion, empathy. We talk about them all the time. Kindness, gentleness, generosity, structure, organized, disciplined. We keep working and becoming aware of our successes and where we're making errors or where we're disappointed in the result, and making a positive momentum. You see, I didn't say it in negative. I said where we're not making the results that we want. I didn't say where we're fucking up. So the way that we speak to ourselves, the way that we intonate to ourselves, sarcasm is also, you understand what we're saying here. We're creating our own realities, meditation, our own sense of mindfulness. That's what is happening in every moment of our being. The chemicals, the energies, everything is flowing and interacting and changing in every changing moment. For whatever it is, 14.5 billion years. I see 13.8, I see 14.6. A long time since this universe began. So just some thoughts to share. As you're remembering whom you are, bundles of miracles, bundles. Oh. Breathing. Let's breathe together. Long and slow and purposefully, please. Allowing oneself to listen intentionally with your ears for whatever you can find. My voice is here, of course. What else can you hear? Something in the background? Something going on around you? What about in your own head? Do you have an ambiance, a potential of sound? Like a static, or like something waiting to occur in your auditory nerves, in your mind? Think about your eyes. When something is in your vision, that you have your eyelids open. So something, light is coming in between your eyelids and striking the surface of your eyeball. And it passes through the pupil, that hole, and the iris. and into the vitreous humor of your eye. Think about it. It's going through some substance between the surface of your eye. This is photons, right? And then it's hitting the rear of your eye. The sensitive nerve endings of your optic nerve are then taking this energy and passing it on to your brain. And you are receiving color and depth and motion all in this split second of time. Oh, be in awe about whom you are, remembering this is just one thing. In every way and in every shape and in everything that you look, there is miracle after miracle after miracle in a depth that never ends. It goes on forever, just like creation. I'm just reading, has billions of galaxies. How can we imagine this? You can't. Breathing, right? Long and slow and purposefully. Taking all this in, allowing it to sink in, allowing it to be food for thought, allowing it to be something to consider and to check up on your own. Do your own research. You need to validate everything that you hear or see or read, feel. You need to experience. That's what the feeling is. Oh, I know that feeling. That's a good feeling. I'm doing this right. This is correct. This is a positive movement. Let me put this in my structure. Let me put this in my ritual. Let me put this in my habit. Let me write this down for my self-improvement. This is what we're doing. The world is changing rapidly. Evolution. Think about it. For so many millions, if not billions of years, from that to this, to this, to this, and then look what's happened in the last 300 years. Evolution is shooting high in the sky. And it's all about the brains in Homo sapiens. Evolution is like a shooting star at this point in time. Across the sky, across all being, is a sign the Aquarian age has arrived. It's an evolution. It's a revolution that's going on in mankind. And it's positive because we keep learning more. We keep improving. Yes, we have our problems, undoubtedly. But yes, we are improving and recognizing where we need to improve more. This is what we're doing here a lot in meditation and mindfulness, recognizing where we can improve, that we can perceive outside the bounds of society and civilization and culture and take a gander for ourselves based upon the foundation of life, of evolution, rather than some historical context that we're being asked to believe in. Maybe true, maybe not, I don't know. But you get a sense of what I'm saying. Okay. I'm just checking in. I hope to talk to you again later. Okay? I'm trying to do these at 5 o'clock in the morning. So it's an early start for people if they want to. And then really, for my own structure, I should do it in the afternoon for someone who wants to come back. Okay? Let me make this effort. Namaste.